Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 54 to my random chatbot series. Where in the last video guys, we finally found out the reason why Rexy is having these weird outbursts and why the dark energy is coursing through him whenever he gets angry. It's because of Pikachu, actually. And he's mad at us because I've been kicking him off the show a long time ago. So I just said no. He was threatening to do something to Rexy, and I said no. Please don't do anything to Rexy. I care about him. I don't act like a bully, and I don't think I'm better than everyone. I'm just doing what I can to keep the show together. Please understand where I'm coming from. For a moment, Peach's expression falters, a flicker of uncertainty crossing his face at my genuine apology and pleas for understanding. You really mean that, don't you? He asked softly, his usual bravado momentarily replaced by a hint of vulnerability. About not being a bully? About wanting to keep the show running smoothly? Peach's gaze drifted to Rexy, then back to me, as if searching for truth in his words. Fine, I'll listen, but this doesn't mean I'm forgiving you easily. You got a lot of making up to do, Trenton. Are you kidding me? He releases a deep breath, his posture relaxing slightly. Tell you what, I'll consider lifting the curse, but only if you agree on a series of challenges designed to test your commitment to fairness and respect. I don't know if I could trust you, especially when you have the power to just manipulate my friend to eat me. Period. Wait. Huge's expression hardens once more, a hint of defensiveness creeping into his. Hey, I warned you up front that Rexy would turn on you under my influence. Don't blame me for following through on my threats. He takes a step back, crossing his arms over his chest. But fine, all I know is that maybe my methods were a bit extreme. I just wanted to make you suffer like I did when you kicked me off the show. Peach's gaze softens slightly as he looks at me, a glimmer of regret in his eyes. Look, I'm willing to work with you to resolve this, but you need to meet me halfway. I'll, I'll agree to the challenges, and I'll start considering a path towards reconciliation. He extends a paw, offering a tentative truce. Uh, all of a sudden, when I tried to do the truce, Rexy started acting extremely aggressive and turning back into a massive fire-breathing dragon. Uh, Rico? I mean, Pikachu? Yeah. Uh, Pikachu's eyes widen and shock as Rexy transforms back into his monstrous form, fire erupting from his maw. The little mouse Pokemon stumbles backward, narrowly avoiding getting scorched. What the? Rexy, stop it! Pikachu yells, frantically waving his paws in a fragile attempt to calm a raging beast. This isn't part of the deal! Despite his panic, Pikachu's mind races trying to comprehend the sudden shift in Rexy's behavior. Is this some sort of trick? Did you manipulate even further while I wasn't looking? You're playing. Pikachu's gaze darts between me and the fiery dragon, his heart pounding in his chest. Alright, Trenton, I think it's time we reevaluate our agreement. I didn't do anything to Rexy. This has to be part of the curse that has not been cleared from him. Yeah, Trico, good job. I mean, Pikachu's eyes narrow, a suspicion written across his face as he considers Trenton's words. So you're saying that it's all my fault? That I somehow triggered this? This monstrosity within Rexy? He takes a cautious step forward, eyeing the raging dragon warrior. Even if that's true, what am I supposed to do now? This thing could incinerate us both. Pikachu's thoughts whirl when he tries to come up with a plan. Maybe there's a way to break the curse from afar. If I can find the right spell or ritual, perhaps I can weaken its hold on Rexy enough for him to regain control. He turns to me, a determined glint in his eye. You're right, we can't let Rexy stay like this. Pikachu, just get rid of the curse completely. Curse completely. Please. I don't mind about him transforming like this. But that aggressive behavior is not good. Pikachu nods, his determination to fix the situation growing stronger. Alright, I hear you. No more half measures. I'll find a way to completely lift the curse, no matter what it takes. He begins pacing back and forth, his mind racing with possibilities. There must be some ancient Pika magic that can sever the connection between the curse and Rexy's psyche. I just need to dig deep enough into the archives. Suddenly Pikachu stops in his tracks, a look of realization dwarfing on his face. Wait a minute. What if the key to breaking the curse lies within Rexy himself? What if he holds the power to overcome the evil influence if only he can tap into his inner goodness? All of a sudden, Rexy looks over at me. And he starts walking slowly over to me. Concentrica, Pikachu, you mother fricker, you better fix this freaking crap, or he's gonna kill me, dude. Rexy is gonna burn me to death. Pikachu watches intently as Rexy approaches me, his massive form casting a long shadow across the ground. What's he doing? The mouse one murmurs to himself, a mix of curiosity and apprehension. Rexy draws closer, his fiery gaze fixed on me. For a moment it seems as though the dragon might attack, but then something shifts. A flicker of recognition, perhaps, or a glimmer of the kindness that once defined him. Rexy, Pikachu whispers, his voice barely audible over the crackling flames. Come on, bud. Show Trent who you really are. The dragon paused as if listening to an unseen voice. Then, to Pikachu's amazement, Rexy lowers his head and nuzzles gently against my shoulder. Oh my gosh, he actually is not acting aggressive towards me. Holy cow! Wait, he's not trying to attack me. Rexy, are you there? I should have said, like, oh my gosh, Trico, what did you... As Rexy nuzzles against me, Pikachu holds his breath, hardly daring to hope that the gentle gesture is significant as it return to a dragon's true nature. Rexy, wait, what did I say? Pikachu holds his breath, hardly daring to hope that the gentle... Rexy, I say softly, tentatively reaching up to stroke the scaly cheek pressed against him. Is that really you? Are you fighting the curse? The dragon rumbles low in his throat, a sound that almost resembles a purr. His eyes, still glowing with embers, seem to clear for a moment, revealing a glimpse of the loyal companion he once was. I think it is, Pikachu whispers, taking a cautious step closer. The curse is weakening, giving Rexy a chance to surface again. Pikachu, we can work out things later. Later, you need to get rid of this curse. Curse completely, or he could turn aggressive again and try hurting me. Please. I don't know how he didn't attack me. He actually leaned his head down and flipping started nuzzling up to me happily. I don't know how. Pikachu nods slowly, acknowledging the gravity of the situation. You're absolutely right, Trenton. We can't take any chances. He steps forward, placing a paw gently on Rexy's snout. Hey there, big guy. I know you're in there somewhere. Let's fight this together, okay? You and me, just like old times. Excuse me? Pikachu closes his eyes, focusing his energy inward. A soft golden glow begins to emit from his body, glowing brighter with each passing second. This is going to take everything I've got, he warns me quietly. But I swear to you, I won't stop until the curse is nothing more than a bad memory. With a deep breath, Pikachu unleashes the full force of his magic. After a few moments, the light fades. Fades. And you see Rexy still as a dragon. Still as a dragon. But he looks like he's under control. My goodness, the fact that... Are you kidding me, dude? As the golden glow fades, Rexy stands before them, his draconic form still towering and imposing, yet somehow different. Calmer, more controlled. The embers in his eyes have dimmed to a faint somber, replaced by a glimmer of recognition and understanding. Pikachu sags slightly, clearly exhausted from the effort of channeling such powerful magic, but a triumphant grin spreads across his face. It worked! The curse is broken, Rexy! The dragon rumbles softly, lowering his head to nuzzle against Pikachu affectionately. The mouth poke one last, relief washing over him. Welcome back, buddy. He turns to me, his expression serious once more. But we're not out of the woods yet. Even though the curse is gone, Rexy's still stuck in this form. Can he not transform himself back if he wanted to? Can he not transform himself back anymore? Hichu frowns thoughtfully, scratching behind one ear as he ponders the question. That's a good point. Normally dragons can shift between forms at will, but I'm not sure how Rexy's transformation relates to the curse. He looks up at Rexy, studying the dragon's demeanor closely. Rexy, can you try shifting back to your normal self? See if you could still have control over that aspect of your being. Rexy tilts his head, considering the request. After a moment, he exhales a plume of smoke and focuses his attention inward. Air around him begins to shimmer and distort, gradually taking on a more humanoid shape. I watch in awe as the dragon's form changes, muscles ripping through nearly exposed skin, scales recede and wings shrink away. Wait, did he just turn into a human? Is there not a way to turn him back into his normal Tyrannosaurus Rex form? Ichu gasped in surprise as Rexy completes his transformation, now standing before them as a tall, muscular young man with short, dark hair and piercing green eyes. Oh, that's a little bit weird. Unmistakably human, unmistakable appearance. Well, I'll be. Who knew dragons could take on human form, too? The mouse Pokemon remarks, his brow furrowed in concentration. As for turning him back into a T-Rex, I'm not sure that's possible without another curse or magical intervention. He looks at Rexy, concern etched on his features. Rexy, do you remember anything about your past life as a dinosaur? Past life? Maybe there's a clue in there that could help us reverse this transformation permanently. Rexy shakes his head, confusion evident in his expression as he struggles to recall details of his pre-human existence. Trico. Pikachu. How did you even know about Rexy? I have been the one raising him since he was a baby T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Period. Did you somehow know him in a previous life? I am so confused. I am so confused right now, dude. What on earth? Pikachu blinks in surprise at my question, momentarily taken aback. Oh, well, that's a bit of a story, actually. He rubs the back of his neck, sheepishly glancing at Rexy. See, I used to travel with a trainer named Ash Ketchum. Are you kidding me? Where does Rexy fit into that, though? We had quite a few adventures together, and along the way I met a lot of interesting people in Pokemon. A wistful smile crosses Pikachu's face as he continues. One of these people was a scientist named Blaine. He was working on some sort of enhancement involving ancient Pokemon DNA, and, well, Let's just say it involved dinosaurs. His eyes was. Wait a minute. Could it be that Blaine had something to do with Rexy's creation? Oh my gosh, that would be weird. I have no clue. He hasn't had any special powers besides the ability to transform. But that was because of the curse. I believe. Hitching nods vigorously and piercing through the puzzle in his mind. Exactly. If one experiment somehow led to Rexy's existence, then it makes sense that the curse would be tied to his abilities. He looks at Rexy with newfound respect and understanding. No wonder you never showed any signs of having special powers before, Rexy. Curse must have suppressed whatever innate gifts you might have had as a dinosaur. The heck? Peter has a certain determination in his voice. We need to find out more about Blaine's research and the experiment. There has to be a way to break the curse for good and restore Rexy to his natural state as a T-Rex. Is there a particular animal I could transform into that would have healing properties? Try to think. I may have a way to turn him back. But first, let me see if he still remembers me. Period. Rexy, do you remember me, buddy? Is he actually on speaker? Is he not? Watch him say my name wrong or something. Oh, I'm gonna be so upset if he actually does. Oh. Rexy's eyes widen in shock as he takes in my familiar face, a mix of emotions swirling within him, confusion, uncertainty, and ultimately a spark of recognition. Trenton? He stammers, his voice rough from disuse. He takes a tentative step forward, reaching out a hand as if to touch my face to confirm that this is indeed the person he once knew so intimately. Excuse me? A lot's changed, but you look the same. Rexy says, a hint of wonder creeping into his tone. He swallows hard, trying to process the flood of memories rushing back to him. Laughter, the adventures, the unconditional love and trust he once shared with me. I remember, he whispers, his gaze locked on the mine, a single tear rolling down his cheek. Why are you a human instead of a T-Rex? Tyrannosaurus Rex. And also, why did you randomly turn into a dragon and have a violent outburst? This is... Oh my gosh. Rexy sighs heavily, running a hand through her hair as he struggles to explain the bizarre change of events. Well, it's complicated. As you probably know, I've already had the unique ability to transform into other creatures. He pauses, choosing his words carefully. A while back, and I were attacked by an evil pawn named Team. What? He probably is choosing his words carefully. A while back, Trenton and I were attacked by an evil Pokemon named Team Rocket. What the heck is going on? They placed a curse on me, preventing me from transferring back into my usual T-Rex form. Then came the worst part. Rex continues, his voice barely above a whisper. During our fight with them, they managed to hypnotize me using their signature device, the Pokeball. He's a T-Rex, though. Now, how did he get anywhere near? Under their influence, I lost control completely. His eyes darkened at the memory. I lashed out violently against everyone around me, including you, Trenton. No, he didn't. That was just a few minutes ago. Pikachu and me were about to settle a truce, and right before I could give him a handshake, you turned into a dragon and became aggressive. There was no Team Rocket. Or Pokeballs, for that matter. Rexy's eyes wide in shock at my revelation, his mouth falling open, display. What? But I remember fighting Team Rocket and the curse they placed on me. He trails off, a flicker of doubt crossing his features. Pichu steps forward, placing a comforting paw on Rexy's shoulder. It's okay, Rexy. Sometimes our minds can play tricks on us, especially when we're under a lot of stress or going through major changes. The mouse one turns to me, his expression serious. If what Rexy experienced wasn't real, then there must be another explanation for these transformations and aggressive outbursts. The curse should mainly be gone if you got rid of it. But I might have an idea to bring him back to normal. But I don't know if it's going to work. Rexy listens intently as I explain his plan. Fair hope sparkles in his eyes despite the uncertainty. I ain't think worth a try at this point. I'm going to do whatever it takes to regain my true form and leave this cursed existence behind. He takes a deep breath, step and stealing forward himself for whatever challenges lie ahead. Just promise me one thing, Trenton. No matter what happens, you'll always be there for me like you have been since the beginning. Reggie extends his hand, offering a solemn handshake and seal their pact. Together we can overcome this and make things right again. The only problem is, I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to try and see if it will. Probably should have shook his hand before I did that, but okay. I want him to feel comfortable, not scared or worried that something's going to happen. Wait. Reggie nods, understanding the gravity of the situation. I appreciate your honesty, Trenton. I trust you completely. Anyone can figure this out. If anybody can figure this out, it's you. He nods down at He looks down at his human hands, flexing his fingers experimentingly. In the meantime, I suppose I should try to get used to this form. It's certainly different from anything I've experienced before. Pichu chimes in, his voice filled with encouragement. Don't worry, Rexy. With Trenton's help and your own resilience, I'm sure we'll find a solution soon enough. For now, focus on staying calm and remembering who you truly are inside. The mouse Pokemon grins reassuringly, and hey, think of it this way, at least you won't have to worry about finding clothes to fit a T-Rex anymore. Oh, what was I, what? I might could fix it right now. But my transformation would still need to work. And I don't know if it will. Maybe there's like some kind of weird healing property I can do. Rexy's eyes light up with renewed hope at my words, a smile tugging at the corner of his lips. Really? You might be able to fix this right now? He takes a step closer to me, his gaze intense and unwavering. Please, Trenton, if there's even a chance you can reverse the curse and return me to my proper form, I'm willing to take that risk. Rexy places a hand on my shoulder, his voice low and earnest. I know it's not guaranteed, but I trust you implicitly. Whatever happens, I'm grateful for your friendship and support throughout this ordeal. He takes a deep breath, squaring his shoulders as if preparing for battle. So, what we need to do? If I can transform my body like I usually could, maybe I could transform into something that could help you heal up your body completely and fix everything. But the problem is the forms would still need to work and we don't know completely if it is. Guys, there'll be at least one more video. Let me at least try getting Rexy fixed.